So I was out running errands, and we have a Dollar General like really close to our house, but I never go in there. And I know you can get Believe Beauty in there, and I've literally tried nothing from them. So I'm gonna run in here and see what they got. Okay, so I found it. They don't have a whole lot. I was thinking of trying this primer, but I think it's been used. See, they do have some setting spray, and there's the foundation, but I don't think they're gonna have my shade. So these are the three lightest shades, and I really don't know. Like, that one looks really, really light, but that one looks kind of pink. So I think I'm gonna get the shade Porcelain and Linen, and it looks like they're $5.90 a piece. Okay, so I found the setting powder. It looks like some of them have been used, but I think I'm gonna get Translucent in the setting powder. Looks like they have a really good selection of brushes, and it says they're 10% off. So they do have a foundation brush, and y'all know I'm a sucker for foundation brushes, so I'm definitely getting that. So they have two different mascaras, but I think I'm gonna get the Extend Lash in black. I lied. So they have the Intense Black, so we're gonna go with the Intense Black. So their brushes are 10% off, so I'm gonna grab a couple more to try these out. You guys, I had no idea that Believe had all the skincare now. Has anybody used this? If so, let me know down below what you think, or if there's anything you all want me to try. I'm almost tempted to try this face toner mist. Okay, y'all, I think I got a full face. Today my filming setup is a little bit different. I'm actually using my phone on a tabletop tripod because I was trying to find a way to get you all zoomed in closer, because I'm not buying a camera right now to do these videos. I'm just not going to do it. I got to try to make myself at least get a video a week before I start spending the money on this, because you know what, if ain't no money coming in, ain't no money going out. That's just how it is. The first thing we're going to use is the Pretty and Prime Stay Put Makeup Primer. It comes in a little plastic container like this. It reminds me of the, I think it's the NYX Angel Veil Primer. It says, colorless silky face primer helps to smooth the look of skin, extend the wear of makeup, and works with all complexions to create the perfect base for flawless foundation. Silicone free, paraben free, and not tested on animals. So I love that we are not tested on animals. One thing I do not like about this is why is this there? Every one of my products has one of these electronic seals on it, and it really bothers me because I don't like whenever I take off the thing when it leaves plastic residue. Like, I don't love that. Companies, we need to get away from this. Nobody wants their makeup looking ugly. Bear with me, y'all. I tried opening some of this ahead of time so I wouldn't have to do this on camera, but I kind of forgot this one. So, ooh, okay, she's coming out of there. Okay, so this is actually like okay, it doesn't have a smell, which is good. It's like a light can color. We're going to use this. And also, I don't have anything on my face right now, so this is fresh, clean skin. It just feels like a lightweight moisturizer. It actually really does remind me of the the NYX Angel Veil Primer. That's the vibes that I'm getting from this. But a little bit more. Thankfully, there's no scent. I don't know if I said that already, but there's no scent. All right. I think I'm good and primed. Doesn't really feel sticky. It feels like it does absorb into the skin. It does. You can see it did. It's a little shiny, but not super dewy. So far so good. Now I got two different colors of foundation because I wasn't sure of the shade. So there was 3 of the lightest shade, and I went with the 2. I got the shade Porcelain, which was actually oddly, it was actually the 3rd darkest shade, and then the shade Linen, which was actually number 2. So I didn't go with the lightest one. So we're going to see which one of these work. They do come in like a really nice glass bottle. So I love that. And then, of course, I did get a foundation brush to try with this. Y'all know I'm a sucker for a foundation brush. So let's get that out of here. Okay, y'all, I'm not shitting you all. I had to literally completely cut this open down the side. And look, this... Really? Like, how... That is so unnecessary. And see, now it leaves the residue on my brush, y'all. I don't love that. I'm not a fan. Oh, I lied. There's plastic around it. So, it does look like that, that residue was left on the little plastic sleeve around the brush and not the brush itself. So, okay. All right. Oh, yeah. So, there is the brush. It is really, really nice. And then, this is super, super soft. And this is typically the type of foundation brush that I like. So, I'm really excited to use this. Okay. So, I think I'm going to try... They're very, very similar, but I think I'm leaning to the shade Linen. It does look a little lighter. This just looks a little more warm tone, even though it's porcelain. It's called the Believe Beauty Skin Finish Foundation, and it says medium to full coverage, and it does come in a 0.85 ounces. Okay, so we're going to try the shade Linen and see how that works. And okay, y'all, I had to bring this knife in here because every one of these things have a seal on them. Like, I should have did this before I started the video, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, y'all, I was not expecting that. Okay, this is actually a nice pump. Like, come on, if we can get this packaging out of the drugstore, we should be getting this packaging out of high-end. So, okay, we're already on a good start here. And move that knife to the side because I'm sure I'm going to need it again. Alright, so I'm going to shake this up. And, okay, I'm going to put some of this on the back of my hand here. And let's see how this comes out. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Okay, I don't have a scent. Let's try this color. Okay, this one might be okay. We're gonna try this, okay? All right, so I'm gonna take what's on the back of my hand first. Okay, yeah, like looking in the mirror. Okay, yeah, this was the perfect shade match. I don't know how well y'all can see that. It definitely, so this is obviously just one little brush over, but this is kind of light coverage, so we're going to see if we can build that up a little bit. So I'm going to take some more of this, and I'm going to just, let's see how this works. Okay, so we'll try this. So this brush is very, very nice. And I just totally realized that normally I do not do my makeup in this order. I usually always do my eyeshadow first, but I was so excited to try this foundation that I just got a little ahead of myself. So I'm going to put this on the brush instead of my hand again, and I'm just going to kind of dot this out. And this goes on really, really nice. I really, really like this brush. I really, really need to stop saying really, really, I know. Okay, y'all, I'm super happy with this so far. I just really, like, hope this works well with all the other makeup, because this is really, really pretty. Stop it, Jessica. Stop saying really, really. I can't help it. So, let me grab another mirror, a handheld mirror here. So far, Okay, the shade is perfection. I'm super glad that I went with that, but I'm gonna, okay, this says medium to full coverage. I am gonna say light to a medium coverage. I mean, I went over this a couple times, and this is about as much buildup as I can get. I mean, you can still see right here, you can still see some like freckles coming through, and then you can still see like the spots on my eyes. So I'm gonna go with, this is definitely light to medium coverage. I would not call this a medium to full coverage foundation, but so far it is really pretty. It's not tacky either, which is nice. It is drying down really good. It looks good, and I think I'm gonna leave it like that. So good. I didn't even have to open the other one, and if you were close to my skin tone, this was a perfect shade match. I'm gonna show y'all something. You can see what this foundation looks like on top of my hand. Like, this is very like orange compared to my skin. I am not getting the same result on my face. Like, it's a pretty good match. Normally, because the light in my beauty room, it does kind of suck. So I usually have to go stand in front of the front door and like look in my handheld mirror to kind of see exactly how it's laying. But I feel like in here, it's enough of a match that like once I like bronze myself up and start adding everything else, it should be good to go. All right, so the next product I got is the translucent. It's the matte blur loose powder, and it does just come like your normal plastic. Okay, it didn't even come with like a little poof or nothing, but okay. Let's see. I guess you gotta pop this little plastic thing off, and I'm gonna make a mess. I already know it. I'm gonna make a mess. Okay, BRB. So I just sat here for a good 5 minutes trying to get this plastic thing off until I realized that there was a piece of plastic over top of the little hose that the powder comes out of, and I just made a mess. But we got her open. So I'm just kind of realizing something. It almost looks like that little bit of foundation that on my hand is actually oxidizing a little bit. So I'm going to keep watch on my face and see if this oxidizes as well, and I will let you all know. So we're going to use this translucent setting powder. Now, what I like to do for these, it's probably everybody's different. I usually just put the lid back on it, take it over one time, and then open it back up. And that gets the powder in the top of the container. Ooh. Okay, no smell. Thankfully, no smell. I think, y'all, cosmetics don't need to have smells. Okay, so the only thing that actually I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little poof here, and I'm going to take some of this, and I'm just going to put some of this underneath my eyes. Oh, and by the way, I could not get a concealer. They only had 3 concealers, and they were not in my right shade. So we're just going to set the under eyes with this powder. I'm going to take this, and I'm actually going to take this up on my eyelid to kind of set that foundation that was on the eyelid. I can already see that foundation creasing in my eyelid, so we're definitely going to set that there. And I think for the sake of the video, and I'm going to test this, I'm going to set this right here in my lines around my nose too, because usually, my nose runs a lot, so I'm constantly like wiping it. So I'm going to set around this nose area right here. And we're going to see how this works. Yeah, there's definitely some creasing going on the eyelids, but that's really nothing new because most things that I put on my eye do that. Okay, I'm going to take a fluffy brush over here, and I'm going to wipe that open. It might help if I turn the mirror right, huh? So, brush that off. Now I'm using the BK104. Now, I'm not setting anywhere else on the face. I think it actually set really well. And so far, it doesn't look like it's oxidizing. Like, I'm kind of shocked the difference between that and like what it looks like on my face, because my face does not look like that. Next thing that I'm going to do is the bronzer. They did not have a very big selection of blush or bronzers. They didn't have a single blush in my skin for my skin tone, because the one they had, I would have looked crazy. Y'all would have been like, girl, what you putting on your face? But so I ended up getting this Get Glowing highlight and contour palette. It says light to medium. Here is my thing. I am going to use, well, let's open this. I should have opened all of this before I got on camera, because I know I can't open shit. There we go. Okay, so this is, I guess what they're saying, the bronzer, the blush, and the highlighter. Now, I got this palette specifically for this color right here. I am going to use this as my bronzing shade. I don't think it's going to be too dark. I think we'll be okay. So, let's see. I'm going to take my Anisa Beauty brush. And this is the buffing bronzer. This is my favorite bronzing brush. All right, and we're going to take that. We're going to tap that in. Oh, wow, she's powdery. Okay. Okay, once again, no smell. Shake off this excess. And we're going to put this right. Oh, wow. Okay. That's got some pigment. All right, so I don't really need any of that. Wow, y'all, I was not expecting that. Holy shnikes. Okay, so we're going to buff that out, but we're going to use a different brush. So let me take the rest that is on this, because your girl don't need to get in this anymore. And we're going to just line this right here. Yeah, wow, that is a lot of pigment, and that is very orange. So, all right, we're going to take a different brush, and we're going to buff that out, because that is not going to work. I think I'm actually going to take this Rephr number 5 brush, and we just going to try to buff this out. Wow, if y'all could see this in real life. Okay. Okay, it did buff out. Okay, so we're good. Woo! I was about to say, we're going to start all over again. Okay, so actually, I think I'm going to continue. I think I'm going to take this brush, and then over, not my pans, I'm going to take some more of that, shake that off. Yeah, she don't need a lot, y'all. And I'm going to just take this. Okay. Okay, this side ain't wanting to buff out. This one, it might look a little bit better. Take that, try to buff that out a little bit here. And take a little more on the forehead here. Okay, so that, I don't understand. It's like after I hit the first layer of that, there's wanting to be no color that's coming off of this now. Let me get some more. Okay, it's blending out. It's looking better. Y'all, I was not expecting that. Wow, okay. Okay, so I think with the bronzer, I think I'm done. It warmed up just enough in my cheeks, because I am going to go in with the blush, even though it's not going to be the Believe. I am going to go in with the blush to give me some little bit of color over there. But yeah, I think it does take a little bit, but yeah, I think it buffed out pretty good. It is a little warm tone for me, for sure, but it'll work. I will say though that there is a lot of fallout on there, so just be advised of that. All right, so the next thing I got was this Luminizing Glow Trio, and let me just point out this right here. Why would somebody stick this on the front of the palette? I mean, why? Like, we need to do better. So this is the Glow palette, which was this was the only really like highlighter that they had in there, and it looked really pretty. I'm really like I want to use that, but I think I'm going to use that on the inner eye, but I think I want to use that as the highlighter today, if I can get this open. Okay, that one opened much easier. So there is that, y'all. That is so pretty, so pretty. All right, this is actually the Sigma F03 highlighting brush, and I'm gonna take this center shade here, and we're gonna lightly tap this one because we saw what happened when I used the bronzer. So we're gonna oh, okay, y'all, this looks very glittery, but we're gonna try this, okay? Because this is all about new things, right? Let me grab my mirror here. Okay, we're gonna tap that in a little bit more. Okay. Okay, there she is. Yeah, this is very pretty. It is subtle. It does take a little bit to kind of like tap in to that brush, but it is very pretty. And it does, it's not glitter like I expected it to be. It is just like that subtle kind of glow within highlight, which I kind of prefer. I don't like the Beam-In highlight. I think the Beam-In highlight is just, I think it's over. I mean, are people even doing that anymore? All right, so I'm going to take some more of this, and this is also, it is very powdery. I'm going to take some more of this and kind of like put it up here a little bit on both. Just kind of bring it up there. I don't know if you can really see that. So I'm going to try to show you all this. Like, it is, like, when you tap in that, like, a lot comes out of there, but I don't think you get the same payoff when you put it on the skin. Now, I just noticed too in the viewfinder, like it does, like my contour bronzing line over here does look crazy, but I promise it does not look like that in person. I think it is just kind of the shadow. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave that on as far as the highlight. It is pretty. It did make a mess. It is very powdery. We are going to dip back into that whenever I do the eye look. Speaking of the eye look, they had three palettes. They had a blue, like a blue toned that had some grays. They had like a really red tone, and then I wanted something kind of nude and light because they didn't have very many options for the lip. So the lip is going to be bold, so I wanted to go kind of lighter on the eyeshadow. So I ended up getting the Nearly Nude eyeshadow palette. It is a 6-pan palette. Here we go. All right, so there is the palette. This shade right here is almost really close. Well, no, this is a little more white, and that's kind of more of a peachy tone. So yeah, we're gonna go in with this palette. Now, I did get brushes. I got 3 of their eyeshadow brushes because they were on sale. I got the all over eyeshadow brush. Does anybody else have to use tweezers to open their beauty products? Or is that just me? The next brush that I got is the eyeshadow smudge brush. 3 hours later, I'm still trying to get the crap off of this brush. The packaging that this comes in, it already being in a plastic sleeve, and then this area up here is just very unnecessary. Right, the third brush that I got is the blending eyeshadow brush. Okay, I got all 3 of the brushes open, and I opened them off camera, and I'm glad I did because I totally forgot that I got the Lock It In eyeshadow primer in the shade Translucent. And something, I'm bringing it up again, we do not need this on our makeup packaging. I've spent more time opening all of this than I have doing my makeup. And I already know whenever I take the thing off of this, it is going to leave the glue remnants behind it. I do not like their packaging at all. Look at that. If I can learn what side my camera's on, I mean, look at that. This literally smells straight up like Play-Doh. But we're going to go with it. So I'm going to dip back in here, and I'm going to take some of this. Ooh. Now see, it's sticking to everything. Like, this is why we don't need this. Okay, so we're going to take this primer. Okay, it's like it is really white. So I'm going to take my concealer brush. This is the Anisa Beauty Angle Concealer. It is my favorite concealer brush. And we're just gonna put that in there. Okay. It did go down with no color, so that's good. And put some of this on the other eyelid. Oh, y'all, wow, that smells like my childhood. Okay, now I really hope I do this eye look good on the first time, because this is the reason why I do eyeshadow first, because I'm always like, I'm not 100% like the best person at makeup, so I can always like clean the eye off before I do the rest of the makeup. So we're gonna do this together. First thing I'm gonna do is I am going to take the fluffy brush, and I'm gonna tap in to this shade right here. None of these have names on it, so I'm just gonna point. So I'm gonna go in with that shade here. And we're gonna put this all over. Let me set this down. Let me grab my mirror. We're gonna put this all over the eyelid. Oh yeah, it's like a perfect, like, all over the eye color. This brush is so soft. Taking that color again, and we're gonna put it all over the other eye, just all over that eyelid as the base transitions shade. And I'm not gonna do anything too crazy. Like I said, I do have a bold lip, so I'm gonna try to keep the eye, you know, not so boom in your face. I'm gonna take this same brush, I'm gonna dip in to this oh, I might regret this, y'all. I'm gonna dip into this dark shade right here. Oh, she dark too. We're gonna go very lightly with this, because I can see this getting out of hand real easily. So we're just gonna take this and we're just gonna start in that outer corner. and kind of just brush that up. And I just realized that I'm totally blocking you all with my mirror. I'm so sorry. Let's try to redo this. So I just kind of took that shade and kind of did it along this outer edge right here and up over right above kind of where the bone of the eye is. Now I do have hooded eyes, so I need to bring my eyeliner up a little further because if I close my eye, you can't see it. So this color actually is really pretty. So when I was getting ready to do this video today, I tried to do the head wrap to kind of get the color of the makeup look that I'm going for, and I think I did a good job. All right, so I'm going to take some more of that shade. I really wish they had shade colors on here, but I'm going to start at the corner of the eye again. And does everybody like have that one eye that you just like can't close like all the way? Like you're like trying to get the eye to like partially like close or open, and it just is like, no, I'm like, it has a mind of its own. That is me. And this right eye, like I can close my left eye like so well, but my right eye, she just don't want to do it. It's a struggle at times. I do really like this color. It does lean a little more like a burnt brown with some like red in it, but it is really, really, really pretty. I'm really, really glad that I chose to go with the palette that I did. Okay, like that was like super easy to kind of get out there. Like it went on the eye great. Okay, so I think we're good on the dark color now. I'm wanting, let me fix that. There we go. Okay, so I know that I'm wanting to use that one highlight on the inner corner, but I think I want to dip into this color, which I'll probably use it on, I'm going to try a brush first and see how this looks all over the eyelid. So I'm going to take the other brush that I got, and we're going to dip in to that almost, it actually almost is a little more, almost like a pinky tone instead of like an orange tone. So I'm kind of, okay. Yeah, I can already tell this probably, we're going to try it. So this is definitely going to be one of those shades where you're going to want to use your finger to put this all over the eyelid, because yeah, you can kind of see like there's, I mean, you're getting some shimmer, but there's really there's nothing coming off that. Now before I do that, because sometimes you can spray, sorry, sometimes I just can't talk whenever I'm doing my eyeshadow. So you can take like a setting spray that you're using to get the brush damp. So that's what I'm gonna do, because I did get the Makeup Perfecting setting spray. So we're gonna use this, and once again it has this stupid sticker on there. Let's see. Okay, it doesn't have a smell. It does have like a normal, like your normal spray cap here. So we're gonna spray that, and we're gonna dip back into this color. I still don't think this is gonna do it, y'all. No. Yeah, it just ain't working. So we're gonna use the finger. Like, it's honestly coming off more glitter than it is anything, as it's not like applying much color. So we're gonna take, okay, so I had a feeling this was gonna happen by the way it felt. So I just went in with it on the finger, and look how pretty that is. Like, you get so much more payoff. But look at the eyeshadow now. it is it almost reminds me of the texture of the ColourPop Super Shock shadows, where they almost feel kind of wet when you stick your finger in them. So we're going to try this. This worked a little bit better. I'm still not getting like a super amount of payoff. And it is a little bit chunky. It's kind of, I can see some fallout underneath my eyes, which that's another reason why I prefer to do my eyeshadow first. I mean, you can see a little bit of difference between this eye and this eye, but it's the sparkle. So we're gonna go into this again and try to get this right eye to match. Yeah, like it looks really bad after going into that. And it's even like all over the mirror. You definitely get more payoff with the finger. And oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I keep covering y'all. Definitely more payoff with the finger, but there's a lot of fallout. Not so well, there's a little bit there, but there is quite a bit of fallout with this color. It is pretty. It's just not, it's okay. I have eyeshadow that's better. I have eyeshadow that's worse. Okay, so I think for the eyes, I'm going to stop that now from where I had so much fallout. So I'm going to fix this real quick and I'll be right back. So just to kind of let you all know what I did, the only thing I did is I went in with some more foundation underneath my eyes to kind of retouch up where I took off some of that foundation. And I'm just going in with a little more of this setting powder and kind of putting this back underneath the eyes to kind of reset that powder. Okay, now we're back on track. All right, so the last thing I did was I went in with this color here, and you can see how this looks just after using it one time. It is the formula. It does, like I said, reminds me of the ColourPop Super Shock shadows, where it does almost feel a little wet on your fingers. I think for the lower lash line, I'm going to use this brush here, and I'm going to dip in just, let me grab my mirror, and I'm just actually going to put some of this right under here just to give it a little bit of powder. To kind of blend in with. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with this dark shade here, and I'm going to put this on the lower lash line. Okay, so this brush is almost like too big, at least for like the bottom lash line. I guess maybe, I mean, if you wanted to use this on the corner, like the corner of the eye, this would probably work really well. But I was trying to just use all of my brushes that I got just to really get a feel of how they work. So I'm really just using the very tip of this brush to apply some of that color right underneath that lower eyelid to kind of blend in to this outer corner of the eye. And actually, I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go in on the other eye and do the exact same thing. So far, I really am happy with these shadows. They're blending really well. They have the pigment, because I will say, like, this darker shade on my lid, I didn't hardly have to do any blending. And like even this right now, I mean, this is going on like so nice. That one I did go down a little bit lower than I did on that one. So I'm actually going to take a little fluffy brush. It's a Sigma E36 blending brush. It's super small. I'm just going to take some of that really light color in there and just blend some of this out underneath it. Yes, that looks, yeah, much better. Okay, kind of fix that line right there. And just take a little bit more of that brown, pop it right in here. And actually, this actually works pretty good, just kind of like pushing it in there rather than blending it out. So yeah, it worked pretty good. So far I'm really happy with all 3 of the brushes, or 4 of the brushes that I got. I've used all of them and I think they've all been great. I really enjoy that foundation brush, so I'll definitely be using that one again. So let's see, I think for the eye I'm gonna take just a normal, well no, I'm gonna just go ahead and take this brush that I used for that dark shade, and I'm just gonna kind of take this outer on the corner here and just kind of blend that out. And because I didn't even add any more product to the brush, I'm just using what's there to kind of blend this out right here. I really like this brush. Okay, so to finish off that bottom part of the eye, I'm going to take another smudge brush, I think, because I only have one and I'm not going to be able to clean this off without it giving me something dark under there. I'm going to take me another pointed brush, and this is just a ColourPop E10. It's like a pencil brush, and I'm actually going to take this light shade again, and I'm going to really like pack some of that on there. And this stuff is super powdery, so remember to smack that off a little bit. Just try to brighten up this area right here. Like I said, I'm going to go in with that highlight on that inner corner. But this to kind of just, kind of blend that in there. And you all, my light is changing as I'm doing this video, so I'm so sorry. I didn't think about it. My window that's over there is on the side of the house where at this time of the year the sun's going down, so it's going to be bright, like bright in this window over here. So I'm going to try to get done with this quick. Okay, so for the eyeliner, they didn't have very many, but I did get their long-lasting eyeliner in the shade Mystic. And it does come on one of the, you know, the normal rolly eyeliner. So we're going to use this on the waterline. And y'all already know I'm not one of these people that can just get down in there. Like, I don't know how y'all do it. That is a real talent, but your girl can't do it. All right, so to cheat, because I don't like sticking my finger like on my face to pull my eyeliner down, I always take whatever I use, the brush that I use for a foundation, and I'll kind of just sit it and just kind of like slightly pull the eye down so you can get in that waterline. Okay, this is, oh. Okay, I totally just screwed up. I should have warmed this up on my hand first and kind of got rid of the tip, because this like little bit of a tip, it's just not, there we go. Okay, she's very dark. I do like this color, so I'm dropping everything. Y'all are gonna learn real quick that I have shitty hands and I drop everything. Okay, this actually went on really good. I think the light issue, that was my fault. But yeah, you can see how I did kind of screw up over here, which usually whenever I do that, I just go with a light Q-tip with some makeup remover and just clean that spot off. But since we're almost done with the video, I'm not even going to worry about it. Next thing that I got for the eyes is their Extend Lash Lengthening Mascara, and I got the color Intense Black. They had two different mascaras. I wanted the one that was more lengthening. And I think the other one was more volume. Like right now, I kind of need both, but I would rather go with lengthening. So that's usually the type of mascara that I, right now that I use, because my lashes have not fully come back. It's a nice light gold tube. Just your typical mascara tube. Okay, so there's the applicator. It's almost like what all the applicators seem to be going to. There is not very much coming off on this, so we're gonna see how it works. Okay, so it's not bad. Like I said, it's not really, you can kind of see it. Well, you can really see it on like the parts on my lashes that were kind of powdery from all the different, the facial powder and the eyeshadow. They're not, let's see here. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with, if you're somebody like me and who has really light, short eyelashes, I think this is a dud, to be honest with you. I'm gonna try another coat here. Oh, y'all, look what I just did. So let me clean that off. And we're back. Okay, so the little accident with the mascara, and where did the mascara go? Okay, I'm stupid. She's right here. Okay, now we're going to try to go in on the other eye with the second coat. Not do what we just did on the other one. Okay, yeah, I absolutely do not like this mascara. I do not like the wand. I think I was literally about to do the exact same thing on this side that I did with the other one. And I'm going to try to explain this. So whenever you flick, like when you get it up under that eyelash and you flick up, because this wand feels so cheap, it wants to bend and get stuck. So this, I'm going to say this is a no. This is a no for me. You can see it. You can tell I have mascara on, but I have better mascaras in there. I would probably not recommend this. Okay, now to set the face, and all we have left is lips. So I am going to use that setting spray. It's just the Makeup Perfecting setting spray. It says hold 6 to 8 inches away from the face and mist directly onto skin. And I should have did this before I put mascara on, but you know what? We're just all screwed up today. So I'm going to take this. Oh, it almost feels like an oily residue on the top of this spray nozzle. So we're going to try this. Okay, y'all, do not breathe in whenever you're spraying that. Holy cow. Ooh. Okay, that tasted like straight up perfume in my mouth just now. Okay. Not a fan of this. Not a fan of this either. Oh gosh, yeah. Okay, that's better. So the last thing we have is lips. Now, normally I am not a lipstick kind of girl. I typically don't wear lipstick. I usually wear a gloss of some sort. But for the sake of the video, I wanted to have a lip for y'all. So I got the lip liner. It's in their long lasting lip liner, and it's in the shade Almost Rose. And it comes in just like the packaging that just the eyeliner did. So we're going to test it out on the finger real quick, or the hand real quick. So that's kind of what it looks like. It's like a light pinky color. So we're going to go in with that lip liner. And y'all, I normally don't do this, so if it looks bad, I'm just warning y'all ahead of time. It's hard for me to do this because my neck wants to start spasming. Have y'all ever realized like how much, and I know I shouldn't be talking while trying to do lip liner, have y'all ever noticed how much y'all use y'all's neck muscles and just normal like everyday life when you don't realize it? It is pretty. It's like it's kind of a really, really dark pink. So I'm going to take some of this and I'm going to put some of this in sides here. Once again, I'm covering y'all up. I'm sorry. I'm going to get better, I promise. All right. There is the lip liner. And then the lip color that I got, it's in their Velvet Matte Liquid Lipstick. And it's in the shade, what is this called? Mischief. And this is another one. Why do we have this packaging, y'all? Okay. Okay, so no scent, at least that I can smell right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. I did not realize this color was going to be that dark. It doesn't feel like super matte at the moment. Like, it is pretty. I don't think the lip liner and the lip color look too bad together. I mean, the lip color is obviously a lot darker than that lip liner, but, you know, I didn't have much to work with, so. All right, so this is the final look. Let me know what you guys think. I do definitely have some hits and misses. I will say that foundation is very nice. I cannot wait to keep trying that. The eyeshadow, it was okay. I mean, it wasn't nothing spectacular. For a good affordable eyeshadow, I would definitely recommend it. The lip is very pretty. You know what? I just realized that I didn't get anything for brows, but I don't think they had anything for brows. So, yeah, here we go. This is it. I'm trying to get some different lighting for you guys. I'm pretty happy with it. See you guys later.